Hello, all students. How are you? I'm your Sapna teacher. Today we are going to study about apomixis and polyembryony. Okay, this is the last two topic of your chapter number 2. And before we had completed about post-fertilization events. So now the apomixis. This topic is asking in your 2 to 3 marks question, not in the long question, as well as it's important in your NEET examination, this topic. So you have to understand the meaning. Okay, so let me start. Apomixis. Okay, first we are just go through this one. Apomixis, it's mean there is a no fertilization. There is without fertilization, that's seed production, that is called apomixis. First you understand the meaning, we are go through one by one. Next is polyembryony. Okay, poly, this word I think you know, there is a more number of the embryo in seed. So some are the fruits or some are the seeds is having a more number of the embryos. So we are going to proceeding our topic apomixis. Clear? See student, what is this one? You first understand the meaning of this apomixis. Apomixis is origin from apo. It means without. Okay. Mixes, it's marriage. Okay. जिसका marriage नहीं हुआ, that we can be say there is a without fertilization. And this word is given by Winkler in 1908. Okay. This is just for your knowledge. I am not asking in your CBSE board exam because it's not in your NCERT book. Okay, but you have to know this one. Apomixis. Now we have understand exactly what is the meaning. Mimic of sexual reproduction. Mimic, it means nakal. Okay, or either they are just the resemble but not the sexual reproduction. Because we know the sexual reproduction, it means gametogenesis, we know that it's a fertilization, post-fertilization. So here is a fertilization is not there. So that's why it's not a sexual reproduction. So it is a mimic of sexual reproduction. Okay. Here in the apomixis, no need of meiosis process. There is no type of the reduction divisions. So there any type of the cell that is a diploid or either the haploid, it's proceeding in a seed formation. Got it? They are genetically similar. Okay, because here is no mixing of a gamete. Here is no fertilization. Here is no syngamy. So there is a process or a result we are finding they are similar, genetically similar with their parents, which you can be say the clone. Okay, and this process, I think you this word is also no. This process is called gametes. Clear? Now this apomixis is having a types one. How they are produced. Okay, so it's having a number one agamospermy. Number 2, that is a parthenogenesis, and number 3 is a apogamy. Okay, if the seed is produced from the diploid nuclear cells, you know about the nucleus, embryo sacs. Outside the embryo sacs there is a diploid cell that is called the nucleus. Okay, so if it is from the directly the cell nucleus is produced the seeds one. So this is a gamospermy. Okay, it means absent, gamo it means gamete. Okay, so it is a formation from a agamospermy diploid nuclear cell. Okay, you just be understand this words, then you better understand about the apomixis. Parthenogenesis, this word is also not new for you. In first chapter also this word is there. Parthenogenesis, it means female part, egg or single gametes without the fusion. If they are producing seed, okay, that is called the parthenogenesis. Okay. So here is no need of the gametes, but here which thing is that? Single gametes. Okay, single gametes without fusion. So this is the things parthenogenesis. Apogamy. Apogamy We are saying the formation of sporophyte or embryo directly from cells of gametophyte. Okay, you know about the male gametophyte and female gametophyte. It's mean there is a pollen, or either we can be say there is a mega or micro mother cell. So this one is a gametophyte. So from the gametophytes they are able to produce seeds one. So this type of the things where there is no mixing of any gametes, but they are produce seeds. Okay, so this thing is called apomixis. That's why we can be say this is a mimic of sexual reproduction. That's why we can be say no need of meiosis process, no need of syngamy. They are genetically similar because here is a no mixing. And apomixis now the farmer is using in many. So in page number 39, there is a last paragraph. Is it there? Hybrid variety of several of our food and vegetable crops are being extensively cultivated. We are, or the farmer use hybrid variety for crop cultivation for better quality, quantity, yield one. But hybrid processes takes too much time, and there is having a tremendous time they need, as well as hybrid variety in a one generation, second generation, if it is just be go on, so they are just go segregate. Okay, segregate. Okay, so what do you mean about the segregates? It means here there is a hybrid one, so it's a generation to generation, right? Either we can be say second, third and fourth cultivation time, this own gene is going to separate out. Again they are going to separate out. Again the farmer doing this hybrid process, so it's take too much time. So solve this problem of this hybrid, that is a apomixis is the best result or the best process to solve this problem. Okay, so see page number 39 in this full paragraph is telling about this one. Okay, this hybrid is expensive, costly. So how it is solved? So in this hybrids are made into apomicted. Okay, so why it is? In the generation to generation, after the 1 or 3 cultivation, it's this gene is going to segregate. So it's takes too much time and costly also. So this is a helpful method to solve this problem. Okay. So apomixis, I think now you will you know about now all the basic, all the points one you can be note down. Now we are proceeding about the polyembryo. Okay. So next topic, polyembryo, this continuity of apomixis. Here what do you mean about the polyembryo? Poly, it means more than one embryo during development of the seeds. If the seed is there and this seed is having not one embryo, they are having a more than one embryo. This thing is called polyembryo. We will see this thing is in a citrus, lemon and some other special mango and groundnut variety. Okay, just imagine again your embryo sac, anatropous ovule. If you are remember, you will be understand. So see, this is a embryo sac. This is having a antipodal cells. This is an egg one. There is having the synergids. Okay, I think you can you are recall all these things. Antipodal cells. Then outside is having a nucellus. This is an embryo sac you studied. So see what happened in the polyembryogenesis process. In this time, the embryo is developed more than one time. How it is possible? Is it possible by the simple polyembryo? Number 1. Okay. Number 2, cleavage of polyembryo. Number 3, there is a adventive polyembryo. Okay. If it is this embryo sacs, okay, formation of more than one egg. This is a one egg. Got it? but in somehow in there is some species, the egg is produced more in the number. If it is an egg, this gametes is more in number. They are produced more number of there is a seed, and that way they are able to produce more embryos. So this is a simple polyembryo formation more than, okay, and here we see in the citrus plant, okay, citrus plant, lemon, oranges. Cleavage, polyembryo. What do you mean about the cleavage? Breakdown. What it is a breakdown? The breakdown of the zygote. Suppose this is an egg is just fused with the zygote, and now this diploid cell, okay, is cleaved, and then there is cleaved. This thing you will be see in the pinus one, or you can be say you will be see more embryo. You can be imagine in identical twins in a human being. In that time there is a fertilization of egg and sperm, and they are just be divide after the fertilization. So they are produce the two fetus and this identical twins. Same here in the cleavage polyembryo splitting, after the fertilization or zygote formation, this one is divide mitotically and produce more number of the embryo. Adventive polyembryo, adventive, it means here is a embryo cell, here is an antipodal cell, here is an egg and synergy. Egg is just going to fertilize and produce the seeds one, but somehow in some specific variety of citrus and groundnut, what happened? Antipodal is also going to be fertilized. This is a haploid cell. Synergy cells is also going to be fertilized. Not, and we can be say with the egg, other than the egg, there is an antipodal, synergids. If it is fertilized, so they are produce more embryo, and this more embryo by this adventive polyembryo, we will see this one in citrus, groundnut, and you can imagine these things in this way only. Okay, so adventive polyembryo we will see again revising if it is from the antipodal, from the synergid, okay, or by the nucellus. This is a nucellus, outer diploid cells. This nucellus diploid cell, this is a nucellus. Now they are split up, cleavage, okay. So this one we will see they are producing embryo inside and just come inside in this specific embryo cell. So this is cleavage polyembryo. Adventive polyembryo, when there is a having except the egg and other some cells is a contribute in fertilization, because pollen is a number of. So if it is fertilized, they are make a number of embryos. So this is a polyembryo. This polyembryo you will see in your page number 39 after apomictic and before this hybrid problem. Okay, here number of the question is coming, so just be ready for your examination purpose whenever you study. Okay, right now or either the February, March month, be ready yourself as your examination purpose. So in that time you will get easy revision for you. Okay, so I hope you understand whole chapter of the chapter number 2, where we studied about the male gametophyte, female gametophyte, pre-fertilization, there is a fertilization process, post-fertilization process, and the last topic is apomixis and polyembryo. Okay, hope you will go through this whole chapter again one time. Okay, thank you students, and we will meet you again.